Nagbabalik po ang DepED Hour para sa Tele-Turuan. Tatampok po natin ngayong gabi ang ika-4 at huling module sa asignaturang Matematika para sa Season 8. Sa module pong ito ay makakasama natin bilang teacher presenter si Richard Mahinay mula sa San Jose National High School na tatalakay sa aralin tungkol sa measures of dispersion or variability.
Tumutok lamang po sa pakikinig at panonood upang matuto sa ating Tele-Turuan.
Richard S. Hey, there you are. I'm back. Again, I'm Sir Richard S. Mahinay, Grade 7 Mathematics teacher of San Jose National High School. Last time, we learned about graphs, its parts, title, labels, scales, and key or legend, and its 4 types, which are circle graph or pie graph, bar graph, line graph, and pictograph or picture graph. Let's move on. I have a question. What will happen to the pebbles on the hands if the man holding it will drop it on the floor? Yes, it will scatter on the floor. Look at the image. Let us assume that each pebble is a score or a value. After dropping on the floor, they scattered from the middle. The middle part will be the measure of central tendency. Many of the stones are dispersed from the center point, assuming those pebbles are values. Today, we are going to find out how a group or set of scores disperse from the mean or central tendency, which is called the measures of dispersion or variability. Measures of dispersion refers to how spread out a group of measured scores is. Measures of dispersion are range, mean deviation, standard deviation, and variance. Today, we will focus on range and standard deviation of ungrouped data. Let us define range. Range is the difference between the highest value and the lowest value in a set of data. I have here data. Scores of 10 students from 3 sections of grade 7 classes in San Jose National High School in a 10-point quiz. For set A, the scores of grade 7 sums. For set B, the scores of grade 7 Hebrews. And for set C, the scores of grade 7 Thessalonians. Using range, let us find out which among the 3 sets of scores is the least dispersed and the most dispersed. For set A, the highest score is 7 and the lowest score is 5. So 7 minus 5 is 2. The range for set A is 2. For set B, the highest score is 9 and the lowest score is 3. 9 minus 3 is 6. The range for set B is 6. Compared to the first set, using range, set B has greater value. Therefore, set B is more dispersed than set A. For the last set, the highest value is 10 and the lowest value is 1. R equals 10 minus 1 and that is 9. Their difference is 9. Let's compare the 3 sets now. Range of set A is 2, set B is 6, and set C is 9. Set C or section Thessalonians has the most dispersed scores among the 3 sections since its range is 9, while set A or section sums has the least dispersed scores among the 3, since its range is the lowest, which is 2. But range can be easily affected by highest and lowest score. That is why it is not used in the field of research as basis for measures of dispersion. Let us proceed to standard deviation, a measure of dispersion which is used in the field of research. Standard deviation is defined as a measure of the dispersion of a set of data from its mean. If the scores are further from the mean, there is higher deviation within the data set. Standard deviation is calculated as the square root of variance by determining the variation between each data point relative to the mean. And this is the formula in finding the standard deviation for ungrouped data. Standard deviation is the square root of the ratio of the sum of the squared deviation of the scores from the mean and the number of scores. Let us solve the standard deviation for the 3 sets of scores we used a while ago. For set A, the scores of grade 7 sums, first thing to do is to compute the mean. Add all the scores, divide by 10, and that is 60 divided by 10. The mean is 6. After getting the mean, arrange the scores in a 3-column table. First column are the scores. Second column, the difference between the scores and the mean. Our scores are 5, 6, 5, 7, 6, 7, 6, 6, 5, and 7. Our mean is 6, so we get the difference between the scores and the mean. 5 minus 6 equals negative 1. 6 minus 6 is 0. 5 minus 6 is negative 1. 7 minus 6 is 1. 6 minus 6 is 0. 7 minus 6 is 1. 6 minus 6 is 0. 6 minus 6 again is 0. 5 minus 6 is negative 1. And 7 minus 6 is 1. The third column is the square of the difference of the mean and the scores. So we have negative 1 square is 1, 0 square is 0, negative 1 square is 1, 1 square is 1, 0 square is 0, 1 square is 1, 0 square is 0, 0 square again is 0, negative 1 square is 1, and 1 square equals 1. Now, get the sum of the square difference. For set A, our sum is 6. Using the formula, square root of the quotient of 6 and 10 equals the square root of 0.6. And the standard deviation for set A is 0.77. You already know how to compute the standard deviation of an ungrouped data. Let's pause for a while for some commercial of the other 2 sets of scores. For set B, the scores of grade 7 Hebrews. What is the first thing to do? I heard it right. Compute the mean. Add all the scores, divide by 10, and that is 60 over 10. The mean for the second set is 6. Then proceed to the table. After getting the mean, use the table. Again, the first column are the scores. Second column, the difference of the scores and the mean. Third column, the square of the values from the second column and get the sum. In this case, the sum is 46. Using the formula, S equals square root of the quotient of 46 and 10 is square root of 4.6. Getting the square root of 4.6, the final answer is 2.14. The standard deviation for set B is 2.14. For the last set, or set C, the scores of grade 7 Thessalonians. Yes, compute the mean. Add all the scores, divide by 10. The same with set A and set B. The mean for set C is also 6. Then proceed to the table. In this set, the sum of the square difference is 104. Using the formula, S equals square root of 104 divided by 10 is the square root of 10.4. The square root of 10.4 is 3.22. The standard deviation for set C is 3.22. Now, let us compare the standard deviations of the three sets of scores. Set A, the scores of grade 7 sums, has a standard deviation of 0.77. Set B, the scores of grade 7 Hebrews, has a standard deviation of 2.14. And set C, the scores of grade 7 Thessalonians, has a standard deviation of 3.22. Among the three sets of scores, set C or section Thessalonians has the greatest standard deviation value. Therefore, set C has the most dispersed scores, while set A or section sums has the least standard deviation value, which is 0.77, which means it's the least dispersed set of scores. Okay, let's have a recap. Range is the difference between the highest value and the lowest value in a set of data. And the steps in computing the standard deviation: number 1, solve for the mean. Number 2, arrange the scores in a table. Number 3, get the deviation of the scores from the mean by subtracting each scores by the mean. Number 4, square the deviations of the scores. Number 5, find the sum of the square deviation and use the formula. Alright, you already know how to compute for the range and standard deviation of an and group set of data. See you next time. Bye!